Okay, looks like we got a few people. PS Outdoor Adventures, how's it going? Cody, yeah, I have a moderator. What's up, PS Outdoors? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Anything new in that bag? Nope, not yet. It arrives tomorrow. It arrives tomorrow. I'm going to go fix one thing on my target here. I'll be right back. Josh Hicks Piston Pickle Fork arrives tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. It ain't coming on Sunday. It's coming on Monday. I messed up what day of the week I'm on. Just hanging my bell up here because it's fun to shoot at. Makes a good smacking noise, as you can tell. Have to redo a few things here. I filmed another video today, Slingshot slow-mo, and I have it almost edited. I'll have it out for release sometime next week. Hey, John. How's it going, man? Haven't seen you around in a while. Been missing you. Oh, only thing about that bell is the ammo bounces all over instead of in the box. Hey, Dallas is on. Woohoo! My sling son from the tournament. Mr. Amateur, I smoked everybody winner. Mr. I got a big trophy and now I'm going to have to work a lot harder to get a trophy next time. You were watching Josh finish it. You were in Oklahoma with Josh? I saw a couple of pictures along the way online, and I'm really scared to shoot it with steel because I don't want to mess it up. I had somebody told me to get silicone tape, which Josh uses to tie his bands on, and wrap the end of the forks with it. And that will help protect it if it gets a frame hit. But I don't know. Probably going to have to go out in the woods and shoot some clay with that thing until I'm more confident. Although I've been shooting my pickle fork the life out of it the last couple of days and I'm doing really good. Just every now and then I have a brain fart. And doink, off the frame it goes. And I don't want to break it. Do you shoot at squirrels and things like that? Let me see. That's a good question. I think it's Rick. I'm in the sun, so it's kind of hard to see. I don't shoot at squirrels. In the state that I live in here in Wisconsin, you're not allowed to hunt with a slingshot. So, no, I don't shoot at squirrels. What do I shoot at besides targets? Chipmunks. They're pests. It's for pest control. Slingshots are good for hunting small game when you are in a state that allows it. They're really good for squirrels and rabbits. I've seen people taking rabbits with them, but they're using big, like almost half-inch size ammo and some really nasty heavy bands, but dang, they're dead-on shots. And but yeah, people do take small game. You're not going to take anything big. I occasionally get a raccoon in my yard, and a year or two ago he managed to get up on my roof and chew a hole in the roof. So There's no way I'm going to kill a raccoon with a slingshot. Besides, they're pests, so you could kill one, but you're not going to kill one. It's hard to kill a raccoon with a 22. But I do chase him away with some clay pellets and a slingshot. He goes back in the sewer or wherever he's going, and he's got a couple of bruises and a stinging butt. I can tell you that. Sorry if I miss a few. Some of them it's hard to see. Something, Adam, something shot nice. Thank you. I covered in furniture felts. You think it can kill? Yeah, it can kill a squirrel. It can kill a rabbit. If you see a pheasant up in a tree or a grouse on the ground, certainly could take that out. I know I've seen a lot of videos online, especially over in Asia, over in that area, like Indonesia, Malaysia, China, Japan. They use them to take quail and doves because they're just pigeons. They overrun their farms, and people shoot them that way and control them. Archer's Life said, hello, hey. How you doing, Archer's Life? There's a lot of excuse me, just had dinner. There's a lot of similarities between this and archery. A lot of similarities. So if you're an archer, you could pick this up pretty quick. Nice summer day. Am I mowing the lawn? No, I mowed it the other day. Thankfully, which is unheard of. The second year in a row, I was the first person on the block to mow the grass. I hate yard work. Hate it. Takes time away from shooting and other fun things I might want to do. So, but I mowed it, and it's done for another week or something. Chevy Speed says hello. I say hello. What drink am I choosing? I drink water. Are slingshots illegal in some states? Yes, I believe, doing my research, I may be wrong on the number, but I believe there's 17 states in America where you can't hunt with them. California, maybe. I've had some people on from California that said they can no longer get slingshots from Amazon delivered to California. If there is a state that doesn't have them, that would probably be the one that doesn't allow them. Tell you what's crazy is here where I live in Wisconsin, Madison is our capital. And there's a law in the books in Madison that you're not allowed to own a wrist rocket. But you can go to any Walmart or sporting goods store in Madison and buy a wrist rocket. So there's that. Hello. Hey, Tony. How you doing from California? Somebody was just asking if there's any states where you can't own one. And I think you told me they're hard to get. Somebody from Ireland says, hello. How are you doing? I don't have a good Irish accent for you. Looks like I'm in Virginia. Nope, I'm in Wisconsin. Just north of Illinois. And clay is a good choice for a custom frame. Yes, I agree. Except that means I won't get to shoot it out here very much because I don't want to shoot clay in there and it turn into mucky mud in the bottom of my catch box, because I've got an area where I used to shoot clay in my yard. And when you go over there, because it's all broke down now, it's just like stepping in dog poo. It's nasty. And if you get steel mixed in with it, it's just like yuck. So I don't know how much I'll be shooting it until I'm really confident. What am I shooting at? I have a catch box up there. It's 10 meters, which is competition range. I have 5 knockdowns on the top row, 40 millimeter through 80 millimeter, which is one of the events at the tournaments, knockdowns. I just have some random targets on the bottom. I got a little bell on the right. I got a flipper thing over on the left. I got a pigeon head sticking up. Just smacked it. There's a little frog on a string up there. He's fun to hit. Cheap target from the dollar store. Just got all kind of anything that's little and that you want to shoot at that'll stand up to a couple of hits is fine. Soda, Coca. Somebody's asking what you're drinking. Coca-Cola. I got you. Okay. What are you using as an aiming reference point on your slingshot? Oh, that is a good question. And these are exactly the kind of things I like to do on lives. Okay. First, I'm going to tell you, if you're interested in slingshots, down in my description, there is a link to Slingshot Basics playlist. Watch that. There's 4 or 5 videos in there, and it'll teach you everything and goes over the different kinds of frames, grips, bands, ammo, how to aim, how to anchor, all that stuff. And it goes into way more detail than I'm going to do here, but I'll give you a quick minute and a half rundown. First, the thing that people make a mistake with is when they hold the pouch. Everybody likes to hold it up here. Problem with that is when you shoot and you let go, the thumb creates a little bump and the ammo goes up and it doesn't go straight, and sometimes it will hit your frame and you make mistakes. That's from me being careless and forgetting my technique. This is an aluminum slingshot. So that's the first thing. You don't want to hold it here. You want to hold it back on the ammo. So I hold the ammo like this. You can see I'm not holding it in front. I'm holding the ammo. All right, make sure your pouch is even. Whoop. Make sure it's not like this, because then you're going to have one band pulling tighter than the other and you're not going to be on target. The other thing is there's multiple styles of shooting. There's hammer grip like this. There's where you wrap your hand around it. I use the thumb brace like this. That's just my preferred way. And there's multiple ways to shoot. Some people, when you're a kid and you see Dennis the Menace, it's always like this. It's hard to aim that way. I don't shoot that way. The most popular is gangster style, or I should say gangster style. Anyway, we hold it. I hold it like this, sideways. So the key is parallel to the ground, perpendicular to the ground. So parallel, perpendicular. Then when you pull back, I'll show you here. Pull the bands back. See how when I do like this, somebody's loud truck. When I do like this, the bands turn into one, right about there. When those bands turn into one and all your other physics and geometry is right, then if you aim down that top band at the very tip top, that's your aiming point. This particular slingshot actually has, I think you can see it, a fiber optic, and that's what I use to aim. So I also have an anchor point on my face. We tell people to start at your lip, and then based on if you're low or high when you're shooting, you move up or down to get your ammo on target. Mine, with this particular slingshot, with the width the way it is, the width of the forks, my anchor point is right here. If I get a smaller fork, I'm going to shoot higher, which means I'm going to have to move my anchor point up. If I get a bigger fork, it's going to move it down, and I'll have to move my anchor point down. So a lot of people will find a fork width they like, which for me is 90 millimeters, and they'll stay with it. So when I shoot, you can see I put my hand right here, and boom, right on target. That's how you shoot. Crazy stupid laws. Yeah, I can't disagree with you. Nice day there. Yes, it is. It's like 60 degrees right now. Very gentle wind. Light hazy clouds. That's why I'm out here doing a live. I wanted to record another video for my channel, but it's like, dude, this is such nice weather. The video that I want to record, I can do indoors. So I said, I got to get out and do another live. South Carolina has slingshots. A lot of states do. Most of them do. I used to have a Black Widow. Teachers took it. That's because you were probably being naughty. 45 and rain in Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo, from what I understand, is get some weed. Move the catch box and hang a can. I've got a can right down here to shoot. What are we at? We're at 24 likes. When we get to 50 likes, I'll shoot a can up because it's always fun. Dang, you just made me remember my child days. Yeah, it's kind of a nostalgic thing. You shoot live pigeons, doe. One, there ain't none around here. We get a couple mourning doves to come by our bird feeders, but I'm not The only thing I will shoot at are pests. I will shoot at a raccoon to scare them off my yard because they chewed a hole in my roof one time. Cost me $10,000. And I will shoot at chipmunks because if they get in your house or your car, they just destroy things. We don't shoot at squirrels. One, you have to be in season, you have to have a license, and you're not allowed to hunt in Wisconsin, where I live, with Slingshot. Looks like fun. It is a lot of fun. I love target shooting, plinking. I'm not a I teach archery at our church. We have an archery club. I teach kids how to shoot the fundamentals, but I'm not any good at it. But when I was a kid, every time I was allowed to shoot something, we didn't have guns where I lived because we lived in the city, but my friends had BB guns, and every now and then, or when we went to visit family out in the country, they would let me shoot a BB gun. And whenever I got my hands on one of those, I was pretty good for somebody that never shot before. So I've always liked target shooting, and I'm not a wild game person. I'm not a hunter-gatherer. I would much rather hunt at the grocery store in the freezer section, but that's just me. But I do like target shooting, and this is fun. It gets me outside and off the couch. Is that a weapon? It could be. Not a good one. You're not going to kill anybody with it. Wife got me a Timu Slingshot rifle. Thing is fun and accurate. Whoa, I've seen those rifles where you have to... Yeah, I'd like to have one of those. That'd be fun to play with. My brother has the stuff to... the plans. He's got the hardware and the plans to 3D print one. He's just never done it. But I wouldn't mind having one of those. The other thing I'd like to have is the compound bow that shoots slingshot ammo. They're small, but they can shoot arrows or slingshot ammo. That'd be fun to play with. I use my AR-15 with optics, never miss. But yeah, it's a little... Rifles are a whole lot more accurate. There's a lot of physics that go on with a slingshot that you've got to have all the different pieces right to be accurate. So, yeah, but guns are typically more accurate. It's possible for BBs to actually shoot back at you. Yes. Everybody asks me why I don't wear safety glasses. At this distance and what I'm shooting at, I'm not going to get many bounce backs. If I put a pie plate up there, I'll get some bounce backs. A metal pie plate. But I'm 10 meters away, and the bounce backs I've gotten usually die out here in front of me. If I get in closer and I'm shooting at something that I think is going to be dangerous, I will put safety glasses on. When I teach kids to shoot, I get them up close to the target and I give them safety glasses. So yes, we do get bounce back. Sometimes I'll hit that bell at the top of my target box and the ammo will bounce a few feet up and out, but it never, very, very rarely does it even come close to getting all the way back, and it's usually at my feet. This was the most information away on how to aim with a slingshot I've ever seen in my life. Well, thank you. That's why I like doing this. I'm hoping it inspires you to go get one. Like I said, watch the basics playlist on my YouTube channel. And I've also got a link to Simpleshot if you're in the USA. It's probably the best place to start from to get a beginner slingshot and all the stuff you need to get rolling. They actually have starter packs that give you everything you need: target, slingshot, ammo, all kind of stuff to get you started. Thanks for answering the question. Sure. Just sorry if it might have took a while because I'm way behind on my comments. I'm a sniping genius. I don't know about that. I know some guys that are way better than me, make me look bad. I went to a tournament in March down in Indiana, and I registered in the pro division. And there were 42 or 45 shooters, and I got 20th place. So there's 19 folks that are snipers much better than me. Return to center is what it's known as. Yes, that's it. You'll put your eye out. Marksman Walmart. I have one of those. Well, mine came from, maybe, is it Walmart? No, I think I got mine at a place called Fleet Farm. And they come with those big tubes. And those big tubes are hard to shoot because they're hard to pull. It's hard to hold it steady. I ended up cutting them off and putting flat bands on, and thing shoots like a regular slingshot. Much better, much faster. much more accurate. I should have brought it out tonight. I had it out last night when I did a live. Can you shoot a bird instead of a can? No, I'm not going to shoot a bird. You make your own slingshots. I've tried. I had a limb down that had a perfect fork on it, and so I whittled the bark off, and I found somebody that had a belt sander and stuff, and I kind of shaped it a little bit. Didn't know what I was doing. Put some bands on it, and thing's massive. It's like huge. Needs to be cut down. I've still got it, but I don't have the room to set up a shop to make slingshots. But it doesn't take much, just a sander and a knife, saw, and you can make your own. I've shot a couple of natural slingshots, natural frames, and it's not the slingshot hardware that makes you a shooter. It's the quality of your heart, the quality of your bands, and your technique. That's what makes you a good shooter. So with a tree fork, you can shoot just as good as I am. Having fun, I see. Yes, we are. Slinging homemade shots. Yes, I've seen you around. We are having fun tonight. You're such a good stream. I've always wondered how it comes out because I'm on 5G. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I don't have Wi-Fi that's far out in the yard, but glad it's coming through good. I do try and do better. Now, I'm not saying other guys don't stream well, because they do, because I watch a bunch of them. But I do video for a living. So I got a mic on, got a receiver on my phone, and I have a second mic down by the targets, so that when I hit stuff, you can actually hear it. So that's one of the things I like to do to just make my streams better. I mean, the pouch flipping and launching it at you. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about now. Robert, yes, that's a technique thing. The times that has happened to me is when I'm trying to practice speed shooting, because speed shooting is one of the events at our tournaments, and you hold a bunch in your hand and you're just doing like this. And I've only tried it a few times, and what happens to me is I get multiple pieces of ammo in the actual pouch, and I hit my hand and it bounces everywhere. But I haven't had it bounce back at me. Usually it's going through, and it usually hits my frame if my technique's bad. It'll hit here and it'll bounce out that way, or it'll bounce up. I've had a few frame hits recently, and I had no idea where they went because I never heard them come down. I hope that answered your questions. Where can I get exploding rounds? I'm not going there. That's what David killed Goliath with. No, this is not what David killed Goliath with. David killed a Goliath with a shepherd sling. There's called shepherd slings. There's a company that makes them called Pan slings, and I think there's one called Balearic slings with the long rope and a pouch on the end. And I made one out of paracord, and I've yet to learn to throw it. It's a little bit, I won't say it's hard, because I just haven't spent the time, because I don't have room. I live in town, so I have no room to go flinging stuff with it. So Simpleshot.com to get your, yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're going to go to Simpleshot to get your stuff, use my link in the description, and I get a tiny little commission. I can tell you any money that they pay me for sending customers their way is going to buy me more Slingshot goodness from Simpleshot. So there you go. Got my eye on a couple of things, just waiting for some income. That's, what do you shoot for ammo? I'm using 8mm steel. The common sizes are 7mm, 8mm, and 9.5mm. Those are the sizes you're allowed to use at tournaments. Okay. A lot of people like the 9.5. That's one of the more popular ones. I've settled on 8. I've tried the 7, which is 1/4 inch, and I couldn't feel it in the pouch. I've got some 9mm, but the 9mm is heavier, so you need a little bit heavier band, a little heavier draw. I'm not a big burly guy. I sit behind a desk all day, so I won't call myself a wimp, but I ain't very strong. So I settled on 8 because this draw length, literally, or my draw weight to pull this back is like 5 or 6 pounds. And with 8mm, that's plenty for target plinking, and I can shoot all day and never get tired. In fact, I've already shot a couple of times today, and I'm still not tired. You're from the Philippines. The last time I used a slingshot was in the 70s when I was a kid. Thanks for your channel. I'll go and buy one tomorrow when the shop's open. Yes, please do. And I know over in Asia over there, I don't know if it's the Philippines or what, but I see a lot of slingshots or shooters from over in Asia. It's like Japan, China, Indonesia, Malaysia. I know they're real popular in those countries. These are the ones where I know they come from, and those people are super accurate. I mean, these people, they just, whoop, there goes a pigeon off the roof of the place, and they're just crazy accurate. And there's one guy that speed shoots. He throws a can up and he just choo, 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 and he keeps the can up for 5 shots before it comes down. It's pretty crazy. How many holes has the home recovered? Actually, that's my garage. And with my backstop and all the stuff that I have there, I think I've missed bad enough one time to hit the wood. It's a wood garage, so there's probably a dent in it. But it's an old garage. It's not going to hurt anything, really. So I can't say that I've put a dent in any homes, thankfully. David and Goliath with a shepherd sling. Yep. What's the ammo? I think I just explained that. I'm using 8mm steel bearings. Dublin, Ireland. Dublin, how you doing, man? Glad to have you on. Must be pretty late over there. It's what, 6 o'clock here? It's got to be at least midnight, 1 in the morning there, right? You a slinger from way back? No, I just started doing this about 18 months ago. I'm fairly new. But I've watched a lot of videos. There's a lot of videos. Well, I won't say there's a lot of videos like there are on some subjects, but there's enough out there to teach you how to do it and teach you well. And what I did is I took a lot of those videos and took the information that I gleaned that worked for me, and I made my own training series on how to shoot with what I know and my style. So if you want to check that out, down in the description, there's a link to Slingshot Basics. Go check it out. It's good to be retired. I wish I could say that. I got a couple more years before I'm out of here. Boy, Cody, you looks like you, I see a lot of messages been deleted. You must be a busy guy there as my moderator, so thank you. Oh my gosh, Royal Rangers. I haven't seen that logo in 30 plus years. Missed the Pine Car Derby. I love Pine Car Derbies. Yes, we still have them. I grew up with it. It started in, I think, 64, and we started at my church when I was a kid at 69. So I was 7 or 8 years old. And I don't know if we had a Pinewood Derby or a Pine Car Derby, but we have them here we have a outpost here at our church down the street. And our pastor loves it. And we have our own track. Another place got a new track and gave us their old one. And so we have one every year. This year we actually didn't do pine cars. We actually use Legos. We actually make Lego frames. You can race them. The kids build them. But I have one that I built because I'm into RC planes. We have an open class where you can do anything you want. It can be as heavy as you want, as long as it doesn't have fire or explosive. It's legal. So I put an electric jet engine on one, and it hauled butt. Everybody else was getting like 3.2, 3.3 second runs. 1.9. It just ripped. Could you demo a quick 5 to 10 shot speed shot like you mentioned? No, because I don't have my speed shooter with me. The speed shooting, I have a special slingshot that uses tubes. And the pouch barely sticks out like this far. And the thing with this one is when you shoot, a lot of times the bands come back twisted. With the tubes, the thin, tiny tubes, it always comes back perfect. And you just, and I don't have it. It's inside the house, and I don't want to disappear and go get it. But I'll have to bring that on another live, and every now and then I bring it out and try it. I've got a while before I need to figure it out, so every now and then, about once a week, I pull it out and play with it. I'm sorry I can't help you with that one. I would love to, but I didn't bring it out with me tonight. Cody King, thank you. Few people. Sorry, I don't have any recommendations this time. Have fun, brother. God bless. Yes, thank you, Cody, for moderating. I'll try and do my best. All right. My moderator is gone, so all you people, behave yourself. This is a family-friendly channel. I don't talk politics. I don't talk any serious. It's this channel and this live is to escape the worries of our day and just have fun. So we're not talking about all of that stuff. So don't even, you come on, I will ignore whatever you put. Do you recommend any brand or model of slingshot bands in shot? The arrows, the ammo is your judgment. 7, 8, and 9.5 millimeter are the standards for tournament shooting. The most common sizes. I use 8 because that's what I like. Usually the slingshot you ordered, if they send you sample ammo, it's 9.5. For model of slingshot bands, are you looking at, trying to see if there's a comma there? For slingshots, I like Simpleshot. I'll just cover it. There's a link in my description to Simpleshot. There's everything there from entry-level $20 slingshots up to $120 aluminum and carbon fiber setups that they make plastic frames that look just like the $100 ones that shoot just as good for a lot less. So you don't need anything fancy to start. For bands, Simpleshot sells a nice line of bands. They come in 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. And I think 1 millimeter width. I use 0.45. Ones I'm using are Tritium from Tritium Sling Co. He's on Facebook. And he makes a pink and a purple band, and I use both. They're pretty close to the same. The purple ones I normally use on this slingshot. It's for short draw. But right now, I've just got it strung up with pink. But that's a good place. But obviously, I like Simpleshot. I have a lot of their stuff. I can't recommend them enough. It's a great place to begin. So if you want to get started, use the link down in the description that I have for Simpleshot, and just go hit the buy button on a bunch of stuff. I believe they have starter packs now where you can buy a slingshot and it comes with a pile of ammo, sets of bands, a set of targets, everything you need to get rolling. It's not super expensive. There's somebody that said hi, but I can't read it. Scout X for bigger hands, and Scouts are superb. Yes, I have a Scout LT2 from Simpleshot that I like to shoot. This one has longer bands because I shoot at long draw, which I'll do in a little bit. So yes, it's always the one I recommend, the Scout LT2, and everybody loves the Axiom, which is one that I have my eye on. I'm a big guy, so the Scout X. Then how about the bands? If you're going to buy from Simpleshot, it comes with 2 sets of bands, a 0.5 and a 0.7. 0.5 are for clay ammo, 0.7 will shoot the big 9.5 steel. They give you a sample of ammo. So I would say take what comes with the slingshot, the 0.5s, go through the directions they give you, string it up, and see how you like it. And if you like the way it shoots, you can actually order bands from Simpleshot that are pre-made with the pouches and everything tied on. All you got to do is cut them to length and off you go. And eventually, when you get into this and you go down the rabbit hole of spending money and doing stuff, you'll learn to make your own bands. But to get started, just go to Simpleshot, buy that Scout, and then buy an extra set of, if you're going to shoot clay and even 8 or 9.5 millimeter steel, those 0.5 bands are perfect for target shooting. I would buy a set of the 0.5 bands that are pre-made. I think they come in a pack of 5 for like 10, 12 bucks or something. And you should get 200 to 400 shots out of the bands. What kind of planes do you fly? I fly remote control planes. That's my other hobby. I have a couple of jets, not big fancy ones, just simple jets. I like warbirds. And lately, I've really gotten into the flight test stuff, which makes planes out of foam board from the dollar store. I have a lot of their kits. I built a number of their stuff. They're cheap and they fly great. And then you'd kill them. Who cares? It's $40 for another kit. What dimensions do you shoot? I am using my standard is 90 millimeter for short draw. It's what I've settled on. It's what works for me. But what you'll do is once you find a slingshot you like, you'll learn to shoot it and you'll stick with that frame width for almost everything, because then you don't have to worry about your anchor point and your mechanics. All right, let me try and get caught up. You got any prior vids you've done on speed shooting that he can go watch? No, but look this guy up. Andy Low Plinks is his YouTube page, his YouTube channel. Andy, A-N-D-Y, Low, L-O-W-E, Plinks, P-L-I-N-K-S. He just did like a 7-part series of shorts on how to shoot speed, and he is the master of speed. At the tournament, we had 1 minute to hit a 8-inch gong at 10 meters as many times as we could. I was thrilled that I got 12. This dude hit the gong 23 times in 1 minute, and he even dropped a few. So go watch him. That's the one I would do. I am not good enough at it that I'm going to make a video on it. And if I did, it would be exactly what Andy's teaching you. So go to Andy Low Plinks, his YouTube channel. So it's probably at Andy Low Plinks, all one word. So go check his out, and that will give you a good idea how to do it. There's 220 people in the stream. Show some support. Yes, hit that like button. We're at 64. That means we got to go shoot a can. Dennis the Menace. I've been called worse. Slingshots are illegal. Yes, there are a few states. I'm not allowed to hunt with them here in Wisconsin, but I can shoot them. I practiced with a sling for months and could never hit a tree reliably. Well, you were just doing it. Go watch my basics. Go down in the description. There's a link to my YouTube channel, Slingshot Basics. Go watch that video. It talks about anchor points, how to aim, and all that stuff, and it will get you hitting cans rather quickly. I like to shoot at cans because they're big, they're easy, and they make a good smack. Fun idea maybe to have one person fly a model plane, a few others trying. Okay, it's funny you asked that. When I went to that tournament in March, I had an old flight test plane made out of foam board that was ready to be retired. And on Sunday, before everybody left, a bunch of us went outside and I flew it. And they shot at it. They didn't blow it up, but they put some holes in it. So if you go to my YouTube channel, we have a video there. You can see the thumbnail has a picture of a plane and a slingshot on it. So that has been done, and it was a hit. And if I go to the tournament next year, if I have a plane ready to retire, I will take it with me and they'll do it again. What are you hitting? I have a target catch box down there with a bunch of tournament size targets and different things to sling at. So that's what I'm shooting at. Jamie said hi, hello from, I think I can't see Ron. Yo, what up, Philip? Hey, Sam, how's it going? Saw your long distance shot of that coin. You nailed that sucker today. Good job. Andy is awesome. Yes, Andy, check him out. You can, yeah, he's a good shot. He won the tournament. He was the overall champion. Royal Rangers commander myself. Yeah, buddy. Same here. Getting ready for camp this year in June, summer camp. And one of the 12 events the boys can participate is slingshots. I got a bunch of handmade natural frames somebody gave me. Going to band them up and let the kids sling clay at some targets. Have you ever won a tournament? No, I've only been to one tournament. And I think I mentioned earlier, you may not have been on. It was in March down in Indiana. There were 42 or 45 people entered in the pro division that I entered, and I came in 20th, which was my goal because I've only been shooting a year and a half. So I was very happy with how I did. Had a Whammo slingshot. I didn't know they make them. What mic is that? I don't know. It's some $30 one I got off of Amazon. They're kind of all the same. Forget exactly the name of it. It comes in one of these things and charges while it's not being used. Can't tell you the name because they all got names you can't pronounce. Have you ever want to know? Doing good, thanks. I'm loving the Nebula. Yeah, I saw that. It's a pretty frame you got. Wonder how fast they go, a mile per hour. I don't know, but I can tell you this slingshot with these bands gets about 210, 220 feet per second. If I optimize them, which I'm going to have to do and test, I should be able to get more. I have seen people exceed 300 feet per second. Thank you for the drama-free stream. That's my job. I don't mind some trash talking, but it's got to stay family friendly. Where do you get them? Are you talking about the slings? This is from Simpleshot. Simpleshot Axiom. This one is from Simpleshot. They're my favorites. So I love Simpleshot. They're a great place to get started and get started in the hobby. They got everything you could need there, from bands to ammo to targets, slingshots. And just a simple $20 to $40 slingshot will get you going. Go down to my description and there's a link to Simpleshot, take you right to their website, and you can just buy all you want. I tried signing. Suggestions kept hitting the top fork. Thank you, though. Have a great day. Okay, if you're hitting your top fork, usually what you're doing is you're pinching the ammo up here and you're putting a bump in it. You don't want to do that. That's the main thing that will cause a fork hit. That, or you should have a perfect triangle when you're aiming. If it's like this, that's your problem. You need to have a perfect triangle. So the first thing to always check is your pouch. Don't do this. Hold it like this. Hold the ammo, because if you do it this way, it comes off over your thumb and creates a bump, and that's how you get fork hits. Knocking himself out with he had a 3-man slingshot. Oh, that's crazy. Is there a shooting range? This is the little hand. I just made this one in my backyard. It's 10 meters away, which is tournament length. And I did something wrong there because my ammo went straight in the ground because I wasn't paying attention. This chat is going fast. Yes, it's hard for me to keep up. I just checked 300 feet per second, approximately 200 miles an hour. So that means I'm probably getting at 220. Means I'm probably getting like, what, 140? It's fast enough to take down a pest. What ammo are you using? Hey, I'm caught up on the chat. It says 8mm steel bearings. 7, 8, and 9mm are the most popular. They're what's allowed in the tournaments. So we've been on a while. We got 71 likes, and I promised we would shoot a can at 50. So it's time to go set it up. Cans are great fun. Once you can sort of hit a target, stick a can up, pop can or a water can. And they're not the hardest to hit, but when you do hit them, there's a great reward. And I have a mic down there, so you'll be able to hear it when I smack it. We're going to try and cut this can in half. So let me go set it up. And I'm going to get one of my other forks out that I've been practicing with. Get rid of the bell. Doo-doo-doo. Tie this baby on. Hit so many cans, my paracord is starting to get frayed. It's pretty violent when you hit them. All right, so I'm going to do something. I've been practicing this a whole lot, and I'm feeling much more comfortable with it. Sam knows exactly where I'm going. Oh, it's in my pocket, I think. Yep, there it is. Okay, I'm getting my advanced slingshot out. What's the least amount of shot you've used to cut a can in half? I have a setup in my church basement on our archery range, and we have a 10-meter setup there, and I got lucky one night. I hit it absolutely perfect, and I believe it was 9 shots. So that was my best. I was totally surprised with that. Generally, with my short draw that I'm more accurate with, it takes me about 15 to 17 hits. But that 9 just surprised me. But that's my best record. I don't know that I'll ever beat that. You set that up to catch all the shots. Yes, there's shirts in the back. It drops in the bottom. And then I have the big old magnet. I just go pick them up when I'm done. Works great. Sorry to see you go. Glad you could join us. All right, so here's what we're doing. We've got a can hanging up there. I'm using something this is an advanced slingshot. See the difference? There's no gap here, very little gap for the ammo to go through. So there's a special technique that I have to use when I'm shooting it that forces the ammo up and over the top. So I'm doing what I told you not to do and put that little speed bump on it. So when I pull it back, I actually put a little bit of a bump and it flings it over the top. If I don't, it's going to hit the straps that hold the bands on. It's going to hit the frame and it's going to bounce somewhere. So I've been practicing cutting a can with this slingshot lately, and I think I've cut 2 cans with it and I haven't broke anything. So I'm happy. Anyway, this is a more advanced, and I'm doing something called long draw. Instead of shooting from here, I'm shooting back this way, which means my anchor point reference is no longer there. So I literally will touch the bands to my face gently, and then I'll pull back a little bit and it goes right by. And if you don't do it right, it'll scrape you going by, and they call that a butterfly kiss. I'm actually going to zoom in so you can see the can a little bit better. So you should be able to see that now. Of course, I'm a lot bigger, but here we go. You should be able to see what I'm doing. And if you watch when I pull back, my draw actually puts that tweak on it because I'm going like that. So I'm getting that little bit of tweak on it. And I put these finger guards on because sometimes these long bands will bounce back and they'll hit you in the fingers. It just takes some of the pain away. This is one of the most fun things to do with a slingshot. It's not going to make you the best shot in the world, but it's very rewarding. And like I said, I'm still learning this and mastering the technique. I'm not a dead eye with it yet, so I will miss. I will make mistakes. But that's how we learn, right? You're watching me learn and get better. If you saw me trying to do this a month ago, I sucked at it. I'd scrape my face. I'd hit my fork. Very discouraged. But over the last month, I focused on trying to learn this technique and get it down. Just missing to the right. I wouldn't put an apple on my head for him. No, I wouldn't either. Trust me, even with my good slingshot, I wouldn't put an apple up there because with the physics of shooting a slingshot, there's a lot that can go wrong. Even for the best shooters, they will miss as well. Sam's probably on here laughing at me because he'd already have the can cut in half with this. This is how he shoots all the time. Well, I just haven't got that good yet. Oh, we've been on almost 50 minutes. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm giving away a giveaway for my 1,000 subscriber achievement. Down in the comment section or in the description, there's a link to an email account. If you're subscribed to my channel and you send me an email with your screen name and your real name, on Sunday night, May 10th, I'm going to do a random drawing. Whoever's name I draw, I will go onto my subscriber list, verify that you exist on there. And if I draw your name, you'll get a $50 gift card. If you're into RC, because half of my subscribers are RC people, you'll get Flight Test or Horizon Hobby. If you're from the Slingshot world, you can either get a $50 gift card to Simpleshot, or I will get you one to Amazon because I have a lot of international followers and they can buy off of Amazon. So I just added the Amazon because somebody requested, could we get Amazon, because if we're not in the US, we can't use Simpleshot, but we can buy slings off of Amazon. So I thought that was fair. So that's how you enter. Feel free to go enter, but make sure you're subscribed. Otherwise, you're not going to win. You ain't no David. No, I admit I'm no David. You're correct. Yeah, I know. I'm one of those people that when I buy a house, I move into it and live in it. And I've been in this house 30-something years, and it was probably painted 20-something years ago. It's a detached garage with no electricity. There's a dog run hole on one side, and I got some boards rotted out on the other by the door. The only thing that goes in there is mowers and storage. And in all honesty, it's kind of got a little bit of a lean to it. But yes, it needs some help. But I just spent a ton of money on my house, getting some things done to it that have been neglected over the years. I've been in this house 35 years, and I just spent probably $30,000 in the last year and a half getting my 3-season porch solidified because it was about to fall off. Had to put a new roof on because a raccoon chewed a hole in it, and it needed a new roof anyway. Had to put a new hot water heater, water filtration in it. And I had somebody put up soffit and fascia all around the house, so I don't have to worry about the wood, because we're getting woodpeckers trying to put holes in our wood siding. So I spent a lot of money on the house. The garage is not the priority, but I agree it needs a paint job, even if I just slap a coat of paint on it. Yeah, I know you would, Mr. Sam, because you're way better at this pickle fork thing than I am. Roof and porch are priority, yes. And I had them come out a couple years ago and inspect my water softener. Turns out my water softener was pretty much dead. So they put a new water softener in, a full house filtration system. They said, oh, by the way, your water heater blow-off valve is leaking. Need a new water heater. So that was like $10,000. And I said, dude, I'm spending a butt ton of money with you. How much is it to put reverse osmosis water, drinking water in? Just give me a break here. So they gave me the military discount. Got a couple $100 off, and so I got reverse osmosis drinking water. I'll tell you, that is a game changer. Yes, I know that, Sam. You don't have to rub it in, man. But you know what? I'm learning, and that's just as much fun. I'm having fun, but that's what matters. But also, you don't go around telling people I'm better than you. You're not offending me, because I know it's true. Oh, there it went. Did you see that? The bottom half of the can came off. Yeah, Sam's known me a couple of months. We talk a little smack, and we message each other all the time. But so don't think he's coming across as a jerk. We're just trash talking each other. All right, let's undo our can. Da-da-da-da. That cut pretty good. It's only like the third can I've cut that advanced fork. We did it. Woohoo! Should leave you alone, the troll. No, Sam's not a troll. I know Sam. He's a young man that is a really good slingshot shooter. We just pick on each other. Are they paying $10,000 for a hot water service in US? No. That $10,000 is because I had to get a completely new water softener, whole setup, you know, the salt thing and all that. And they put in a full house filtration instead of a little filter that does nothing. I have these big tanks that completely filter all the crap out of the water before it hits the water softener. And then the hot water heater had to be replaced too. So all of that added up to $10,000. And the one good thing out of it is it was an older guy doing most of the work. He said, I'm having a young guy come out and put the hot water heater in because they're too big. Us old guys don't like to do it. So the young guy gets here later in the day, and I go down to see how it's going. He says, by the way, you paid for a 40-gallon water heater. I'm giving you a 50-gallon because it was in front, and I didn't want to get it out of the way to pull the 40 out of the truck. So I did get a bit of a discount there. I seem like a good bloke. I hope so. I try and be family friendly here. Okay, enough. I'm a plumber. If you're a plumber, it would cost a lot less and you just have to buy it. But I'm not a plumber. I don't do house maintenance very well. Although I have put in a toilet and I have put in a garbage disposal. Talking about the good bloke, I take that as a compliment. I try and be family friendly. I try and encourage people. And I want to see people enjoy the hobby that I enjoy. That's why I'm out here doing this. Nice shooting, sir. Thank you. It's a pleasure finding this. We look for you in the future. Thanks for the fun. Hey, my pleasure. I can't see you well because of my sun shining in my eyes, but I appreciate it. Go check my channel out. You can see some more stuff that I'm doing and teach you to shoot slings. And if you want to get a slingshot, use that Simpleshot link. I put it in all my videos. What did you do? You'll subscribe. Thank you. I'm shooting a slingshot. I cut a can in half. That was cool. We're sitting on almost an hour. I don't think I need lessons now, Sam. I need practice. I need repetition. I got all this down. I think it's just a matter of repeating and get the muscle memory and being able to repeat the same motion consistently. That's how you learn. That's where I'm at. Reverse osmosis water tastes good. Yes, you can taste the difference. I have a friend that has it, and they said their dog will only drink that water because they can taste the difference. Reverse osmosis water, the first time my wife is like, yeah, whatever, till she drank it. And it's like, yeah, now I just want to drink water constantly because it tastes so good. What did you do for work to afford that house? Well, I used to be a programmer, computer programmer. I lost that job the day after 9/11. Never could get another job. So I started my own company doing video production and doing wedding films, wedding movies. And then recently I got a job at a professional association doing webcast, doing the video for their continuing education. That's not a nice house. It's probably the cheapest one on the street. It's over 100 years old. It needs some love. So it's not a big fancy house. It's only 900 square feet. And you can imagine after 30 years of living in it, there's no closets. Can never aim a slingshot, never figured it out. Go down in the description, look at my slingshot basics. I have a playlist, and it goes over all those technical things, how to aim, how to anchor point, all that stuff. There's a few physics to it. It's not overly complicated, but it's not difficult either. It takes, watch a video, then go out and try what it says in the video, and you'll be hitting targets from in no time. 5 away from 100 likes. Woo-hoo! Thanks for chat. I'm from our houses are through the roof in price. How much could that house be worth? This house, if you went on Zillow or one of those sites, will say it's worth about $225,000, which here is cheap. That's like a starter home here. The average price of houses here is about $400,000. Because of some of the work, I did work on the outside, but there's a lot of interior work that also needs to be done that I don't have money for. If I were to sell the house right now, I would sell it as is. You can come inspect it, see what needs to be done, but you're not talking me down on price. I could probably sell it for 175 to 200, no warranty, as is. And they would either buy it as a fixer-upper and flip it, or they would use it as a rental. Old school slingshots, your memories, yes. Am I going to Hocking Hills? I would like to. Really, the only tournament that fits my schedule for work and other obligations that I have was the Midwest Spring Sling. I would really like to go to the East Coast tournament because it's in May. I could probably swing the time, but I hate driving and I don't want to drive 9.5 hours. And my friend went with me to the Midwest tournament, drove, it was 6 hours. And he couldn't go to this one. Hocking Hills, I believe, is in October. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's in October. It's down in Indiana, so it's a drivable distance. Problem is, it's right in the peak of my busy season at work, where the only way you're getting time off is if you have a medical or family emergency. Like last year, I got time off in the middle of it for like 10 days because my mom passed away and I had to go down to Florida. But otherwise, you don't get the time off. So there's no way I can go to Hocking Hills. Is it hard? Wow. A house my size would be 1 million in Australia. That's nuts. I know in some cities like San Francisco and LA and some of those cities here, these little tiny houses are $1 and $2 million. How's it going? Hey, how's it going, Josh? Look what I'm shooting, buddy. I'm getting ready for your sling. The Hickson Oak Hay that just logged in, he built me a custom frame. It's absolutely beautiful. This is a wood one I picked up off of a free table. And I've been practicing, so Josh can see how good I'm doing now. You missed it, Josh. We just cut a can in half with this pickle fork. Josh does a lot of lives off of his channel too. Him and Andy Lowe, they do them together. And there's a lot of trash talking on that one. They're hilarious. I'm not shooting real good because Josh is watching. There we go. That wasn't the target I was aiming at, though. Just a little high. Got to move it up a little. I'm shooting too fast. I'm not paying attention because I'm watching the chat. That's what gets me in trouble. Hickson OK that just logged in and said hi. There we go. He's got one of these and he can blow stuff up from 40 yards away. The dude's a dead eye. Thanks for popping in, Josh. Was Fowler at the tournament you were at? No, I wish he would have been. He's one of the guys that I watched videos on how to learn to shoot. And I watch a lot. In fact, the other day I was just watching one of his videos on YouTube. I like the guy. I know he was on alone and actually had a slingshot with him and used it to get some food in one of the episodes. Yeah, he's a really good shot. Where do you put your ammo when firing? Put it in the pouch. I have a little pouch and I hold the ammo. Don't hold the pouch, hold the ammo. And I have a little HST is in Ohio still. Not that it doesn't matter where it's at. It matters that it's in the busy time of the year for me, for my job, and I can't get away because it's our peak season. From September through January, except for the holidays, it's hard to get time off. Third week of September. Yep, that's right in the middle of my busy time. Sorry about your mom. It's okay, man. She was 89. She had dementia for the last 12 to 15 years. It was just a slow goodbye. The last couple of years were really hard on her. Oh, I think I hit a frame there. That's not good. So we'll get our other slingshot out. My other long draw. You ever get a rabbit? No, we can't hunt with slingshots here where I live in Wisconsin. Not allowed. Oh, this is a bigger sling. I have to change my anchor now. I use it to scare away raccoons, and I've taken a few chipmunks. Chipmunks are nasty. But we're not allowed to hunt here, so I'm not even going to bother trying. Wow, these bands are a lot looser. You'll be ready with the gapper. Yeah, except I just hit my frame, Josh. Hey, question, Josh, since you're on here. Somebody told me that if I'm using a gapper, if I know you taught me to use the silicone tape to wrap it on, which is what I use. Somebody told me to use that silicone tape to wrap the actual fork as well, and it'll protect it some from frame hits and keep it from breaking. Is that true? Will that work? If so, I will wrap the fork until I don't get frame hits, because that frame is too nice to not shoot. Good evening. Hey, Mr. Thrillbilly, one of my moderators. Yay! Double D's, how's it going, Don? Man, all of a sudden the slingers are popping in. You guys must have been on somebody else's live and they ended, so you kind of decided to come hang out with me. It's been crazy. I've had like 200 people on here. The chat will make you shoot fast. Yes, it does. I'm kind of a fast shooter anyway. Not a speed shooter by any stretch. I did film another video today. I did record a video for my slow-mo series. We cut a can in half and filmed it in slow-mo. And we popped a can of carbonated water. I hoped it would be dramatic, and it wasn't as dramatic as I hoped, but it was still cool. So it's just about edited in on the computer, and I'll release it later this week. This rocks. Thank you. It's a good time. I got a couple other slingers in here that are actually better shots than me. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Yep. You can do all the practice you want for a tournament. But as soon as you get there and they say, go, all bets are off. And it gets hard to shoot. It's got a perfect on the knockdowns. Haven't had a run in a while. I've done a few. I kind of cheat. I wait until I hit the 40 and then I run them. But sometimes I'll just go, okay, we're going to start now and see how we do. But it's hard, especially if I'm shooting long draw, because this is not my best aim yet. I feel confident in it now, and I'm not getting the cheek kisses and as many frame hits. There we go. It could be a slight transition. Chipmunks are cute, but they wreak havoc. Yes. Last year, it's always chipmunk season because they're pests. I believe last year I got 6 or 7 with the slingshot. I hit a couple, and then it didn't kill them, and they went and hid. And I found where they were hiding. Couldn't get them out, but they disappeared. So I don't think I got them good enough. Yeah, I know you. Yeah, you put a set of bands on for me. I appreciate that. I was just curious if I actually wrapped the fork, the whole thing, and not just the bands. If that silicone would give some insulation, that way I could shoot um, steel with it. Because the clay, I don't want to shoot in my target because they'll turn to mud and get nasty. Missed the live by 50. Oh, we're still live, man. You didn't miss it. We're still live. Been on for an hour and 10. Nerves are real. Yes, they are. Going to bring the backyard vibes to the tourney. Hello. Oh, I seen you before. Itchy something or the other. Groundhogs are real in my area. It causes horses and other. Yeah, we don't have ground. Well, I won't say we don't have them here. I'm in the city, so you'll be all good, Sam. You and Josh head to head. That'll be fun to watch. Bob Miller. Hello, Phil. How you doing, man? Good to have you here. Such a nice night out. I had to come out and do this live. This should get me real close. I passed my 1,000 subscriber mark. For you Sling friends that haven't entered, in the description's an email. Go and send me an email with your name and your screen name. And May 10th, I'm drawing a name to give away a $50 gift card. For my 1,000 subscribers. The other metric we have to get is 4,000 watch hours. And right now, I checked this afternoon, my watch hours were at like 3,600 for the last 365-day period. So this one or the next live I do could put me over my watch hours. Then I could be a legitimate YouTuber like Double D's and Jordan and Andy and some of those guys. Of course, Andy just hit the numbers, so I don't know how much he's been around, but there's a couple slingers out there that have the base and actually can monetize, and that's been my goal. So I'm only a few hundred hours away. If some of you folks are out there that are new to this, if you watch my basics, it's a good place to start. But Double D's that's in here, his channel is good too. He's one of the channels that I watched to learn how to shoot. One of the 3 or 4 that taught me a lot of stuff. His way of tying bands is exactly how I tied them. That's why I didn't try and do a video on tying bands, because he did it exactly like the way I do. I always seem to miss the lives. The sit-down slinger. Hey, it's good to have you, man. I see you around in other people's. It's just my schedule is different. I have to work during the week, so I can't do them except in the evenings, and weekends is when I try and get out and do them. Do you remember the wrist rockets? Yes, I have one. I was doing a live last night and I actually brought it out and shot it. If you go to my channel, I have a video on how to fix your wrist rocket. I show you how to put these flat bands on it so it actually shoots nice and it doesn't have 25, 30 pound pull, so you can't hardly pull it back. So yeah, I have a wrist rocket. I shoot it every now and then. I should bring it out because everybody on the live always asks about wrist rockets. So I should bring it out and shoot it. Plus I have a Hammer XT as well, which is like a wrist rocket. Except I use that one for shooting arrows. Been hitting the target a little bit better. Hey, I actually hit what I was aiming at. That barefoot slinger leather target on the bottom left. You're right. I got a pheasant head. I think it's over there. Oh, just missed him. I thought about getting a trampoline set up like Josh has. Oh, got him. But this setup's doing pretty good. I got 5 or 6 feet back there, and I've only hit the garage once. Hi from New Jersey. I just look up the law for slingshots, possession and manufacturing. Can 18 months in state. New Jersey is another one of those. Luckily, I'm allowed to have them here in Wisconsin. I just can't hunt with them. Oh, I'm shooting better. Everything's like Texas. I'm from Texas, so I know about that stuff. But so Double D's and Josh and some of the regulars that were at the tournament probably remember when I was there. It's like I dabbled in long draw and was very hesitant. And then Josh, I know, helped me, and I think Weston Hawksling gave me the encouragement and helped me and gave me some tips and pointers. And I came home and started practicing. And now I'm not dead on like they are, but I'm as comfortable at it as I can be. And I would say my shooting with long draw now is probably about as accurate as I was before I started practicing for the tournament last year, before I was like focusing on hitting targets and being specific in my efforts. Just getting the consistent reference point down. Confident you're going to be in the mix. They're going to hold you to it. No construction tonight. Actually, when I first got on, there was a little bit, but it was farther away. And when I recorded a video today, and they were out. I thought they were done, but they're farther down that way. And you can hear it in the video a little bit, but it wasn't annoying. Last night, it was terrible. Tony Flannery, pretty sweet. Yeah, it's a fun hobby. How many likes are we up to now? 110 likes. Woohoo! Awesome. I bet my subscriber numbers went up tonight too. I know one person subscribed, so that's good. I'm after the watch hours now, so you guys watch my videos. Just stick them on in the background and let them play. There's a channel I watch based on an old TV show. And they started a YouTube channel. One of the old producers of the TV show, after it was canceled, decided to continue it. And they got their channel monetized like within 2 weeks. They had a Facebook page group and started putting the word out. Lady went and filmed some video of just the creeks and the rivers up in Alaska, and people just streamed them, just let them run all day on their computers, and they got monetized literally within a month. And they're up to like 25,000 subscribers, I think. Oop, 7mm snuck in my bag. Is this the same Sam that was causing drama? Yes, it's the same Sam, but he's trying to clean up his act, boys. Give him a chance to redeem himself. I think he learned to calm down a little bit. So let's all rally around Sam and help him become a great slinger and a great person. That's my challenge. Sun's going down. We're going to have to cut this out here pretty soon, I think. We're losing light. Have you ever tried slingshot fishing? No, but I have a slingshot that shoots arrows, and it's got a Picatinny rail on the bottom, so you can mount a fishing reel to it. But I'm not into that. I just use it to shoot archery because we have an archery club at my church. It's kind of a novelty thing, and I want to shoot it next to the kids. That's why I got it. But I would not be opposed to that. It'd be kind of fun. I love it when my sling friends get in here as well, and they start talking like it's fun. You guys are a riot. We're a big family, and sometimes we put the fun in dysfunction. But we showed what kind of family we are when we had that tragedy after the tournament. We showed how we come together for each other. I hope we continue that. Outpost 119, New Jersey. We're Outpost 166, Wisconsin. I was in it when I was a kid back in the 60s. And I've been involved in it many times since. To have fun. We don't get paid. We might as well have fun. Yes, you are correct, Hawk. Used to have a slingshot when I was younger and loved it, but I broke it. I'm sure there was more than one broken window from slingshots when we were kids. Hawk, I'm still using your stuff, man. I'm going to do another review. I reviewed the pink and the purple from Hawk. He's the one that sells the tritium to test them against each other. But I'm going to do another review when I get a chance, and I'm going to cut the bands to the length to give them maximum power instead of extra long. They were equal in their test, but I want to see what they're capable of. So I want to cut them to figure out my elongation, my draw, do the math, and cut them to the exact right length. See what they get. That'll be a fun test. I'm hoping for 250, 260 feet per second in short draw. Man, I'm not hitting anything right now. For those of you that aren't slingers, we have some really good sling shooters on here in the chat right now. Hawk Slings won the big tournament on the East Coast last year outright, like whole tournament. So he's a pretty darn good shooter. Jeez, my bands must be getting worn out. They got no power left. I do have a lot of shots on this band. Maybe I should go back to my short draw. Run better. There we go. Slingshot brethren. Yes, sling nerd. Love the shooting gallery. Yeah, I know Double D's, you do a lot of work with Omega. And I saw that they had the mesh fabric with the rivets and everything in it. So I ordered the 6x6 piece. And that's what's in the back. And then my catch box has t-shirts in the back. I just don't shoot at the other stuff that often, but here we go. The range at ECST is the best. I have seen video of it. It does look like a good one. What's my reference point? When I shoot short draw, my anchor for my slingshot that I shoot is right here on my cheekbone. This is the same fork width. So when I pull back with the long draw, my reference point is right here. You'll see me, I'll touch it right there to my cheek to make sure I'm in the right spot. Like I just touch it right there, and then I let go, and I was pretty darn close. It's good seeing my sling friends on them. Wish you'd have been on earlier, but hey, it's Saturday. We've been on a whole hour and 25 minutes now. It's probably time to get going, boys and girls. I'm having more fun with my pickle fork. than I am my regular long draw. But I did something. I must have got a frame hit or something because I put a hole in the band, so I had to quit shooting it. I'm not ready to completely embrace full-time long draw, but I am getting much better at it. I'm comfortable. Now it's a matter of repetition and dialing in the aim and being consistent. So I have especially Hawk and Josh Hicks in Oklahoma to thank for their tutelage at the Midwest Spring Sling, plus the encouragement. There's been times where Hawk's been on here with me where I was trying to do something and I was about to give up and he wouldn't let me. I might go down to micro draw. What's micro draw? I haven't heard of that one. Is that like... Oh, before we get out of here, let me try this one. This will be fun. I got this off of one of the tables at the tournament. It's called, I think it's called the sardine. Little teeny thing. Somebody told me to put a hole for your little finger, and they banded it up like a regular slingshot. So I got some, I think 1812, 1810s on it. Shot a couple of times, but I didn't have it banded good. The bands always popped off. So let's see how this works. It's kind of weird to hold because you can't get a hold of it. It's a tiny little frame. Man, I'm going to have to put my anchor point way high. Still high. I have to put it on top of my head. Can't get a grip on it. Oh, I hit something. We'll go with that little everyday carry little pocket sling. Or I was thinking of just wearing it around my neck as a necklace. If anybody bothers me, I'll take it out and plink you. Not that I would be very accurate at it, but it's a viable slingshot. Oh, got another target. I have some micro. Oh no. All right, a couple more shots, boys, and we're going to call it a night, I think. Been on for an hour and a half. Got up to 120 likes. We still got 120 on. This is not the most fun slingshot to shoot. It's just the novelty of it. It's kind of fun. But it's very scary because your fingers are right there. Still got my finger sleeves from Josh's recommendation. Boy, this thing shoots high because it's so small. You gotta really move your reference point way high. I'm up at the top of my, like on my eyebrow with this thing. Still high. Yeah, we're not gonna be shooting that a lot. Going live next week. Cool. All right, boys, girls, slingshot shooters, I think it's time to call it a night. Been on for an hour and a half. Starting to get tired. And I need to go in and get some water. Hey, Larry just showed up. Uncle Larry. How's it going, man? You found me at the end, but I appreciate your time. Tennis elbow sucks. I got tennis elbow, and you know how I got it? When I was learning to be an instructor for archery, I found out I was right eye dominant, not left. Excuse me. So I started shooting right-handed. In the first couple of nights I did it, I shot a bunch. And this is not my strong arm because I'm left-handed. This arm was sore for months before it would go away. So I got it shooting archery, but that's because I was shooting wrong the whole time and I didn't know it. But anyway, it's all better now. I'm happy. All right, folks, I'm out of here. It's time for me to log off, clean up my mess, go collect my ammo. Thanks for joining me. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't entered the giveaway yet, go to that email in the description and send me an email with your name and your screen name, and make sure you're subscribed. And on May 10th, I will do a drawing, and somebody's going to get a gift card. And so I've had a number of entries, and I'm telling you, because my lives have people from all over the world. I got people from all over the world in there. So who knows who's going to win? It could be somebody from who knows where, because I've got all kind of entries in there, which is cool because that means people are watching. So anyway, I'm signing off. Till next time. Not sure if I'll be able to do this tomorrow. You guys have a great evening. God bless. And it was fun hanging out with everybody. Thrillbilly, thank you for popping in. You have a good evening, and everyone else, and we will see you next time.